Hi everyone, Ronald here. I trust that you are staying safe and keeping well at home during this period. I just want to share with you a short video recording to hopefully encourage you during this difficult time, and also hopefully I can share with you some ideas and insights on how you may keep your activities ongoing with minimal loss of productivity during this difficult period. Alright, I know first of all, it is very difficult during this period of time, especially when we cannot see our client face to face physically. We cannot continue our prospecting activities physically, and everything have to be done online. Alright, and many of us, we have a challenge with technology. Okay, but I also hope that we understand that this is also the most critical time that our client need us. Alright, and it's always like that during times of uncertainty. Our clients seek certainty. And where else to seek certainty than in their own financial plan? And who is the one managing the financial plan? It is definitely you. All right. So during this difficult period, while the frontline workers, the healthcare workers are trying hard to save their patients, all right, as financial planners, all right, let's also ensure that, the emotional well-being, all right, the psychological well-being, the need for certainty in our client is also there. So I hope that, you won't be down during this period, getting worried about the future, about production and so on, but you really can step up during this time, all right? Contact every one of your clients and give them the assurance, all right, that you are there for them, okay? And I think what you can do right now definitely is to, go back to your client, call them, all right? Whether you want to do voice call or video call, it doesn't matter, all right? Later I'll share with you some tips that you can use, all right, to set up for video recording, for video webinar, and for video face-to-face kind of engagement. Okay, but I think what is important is that you call every single one of them and quickly do a review for each and every one. All right, as I know, all right, even when I go through discussions with many of you, all right, I realize that many of your clients' insurance policies, as simple as that, are not properly nominated. Some of them don't even have a nomination, and what is worse is that they don't even have a proper will. All right, many of the clients have protection gaps, okay, inadequately covered for critical illnesses, for disability, for death, and so on. Okay, I think during a crisis like this, all right, it caused many of us to think, what if it happens to me? Okay, so I think this is a very important golden window period that you can use to go back to your clients, all right, to review their portfolio, their financial plan, and really go through with them. If this happens, if that happens, are they adequately covered? If not, should they take a step forward, okay, to cover that gap? Okay, for some of them, the timing may not be appropriate, so you may want to also approach things sensibly and sensitively. Okay, the second thing I think you can do is really to go back to them. All right, many of them have their investment portfolios being affected by this crisis, and if you look at the markets, all right, it has wiped out a very significant portion of capitalization in all the global markets in the world. Okay, so this is the time where our clients are asking questions like, for example, what's going to happen to my retirement plan, my children's education plans, all the investments I've done in my unit trust, in my investments and so on, how are they going to affect my future? Okay, I think this is a time that you can go back to them, all right, to update them about the market situation and also help them to hopefully, understand the issue of time, all right, and time perspective. So give them the assurance instead of, fearfully withdrawing whatever they have and actualizing their losses in the process. All right, I hope you can go back and give them the assurance that over a long-term period, all right, stay on, don't do anything yet. If you're not sure of what to do, don't do anything until you have a better clarity of the situation. Okay, so you may want to look back into the funds or investment assets that they have invested in. All right, refer back to your fund managers' commentaries and so on. Understand the market perception about yourself, about the market. Okay, and then have a talk with the clients. Okay, and this basically gives you some activities as well. Okay, and thirdly, all right, I believe that prospecting activities can still go on. Okay, even though we may not be able to do physical prospecting, but I think this is a very good time to run seminars and webinars for yourself, all right, for your prospective clients and your prospects. All right, so basically you can do things like promoting financial literacy, simple things like, helping them to understand what is their financial position, help them to set up their own financial statement, the balance sheet, the net worth, understand the financial ratios, how to get out of debt, managing money, teach them about CPF, teach them about investment, retirement. There are many things that you can talk about. Okay, so instead of doing physical prospecting activities where you go out and you push your services and your value proposition to them, what you want to do is just passively provide information, and instead of pushing out, you want to draw them in. Okay, so I think if you look into these particular three things, you should be able to be purposefully productive. All right. And I see many of us, the interesting thing is, we talk to one another, our colleagues, hey, I'm online, I'm on Zoom and so on. Okay. But I think you are talking to the wrong client, or the wrong people. Okay. I think you should be, going out to talk to your clients. All right. Talking to their family members, their friends, if possible, and organizing something together. All right. To help them understand, all right, financial literacy, financial planning, and so on. Okay, so that settles the potential things that you can do, right? Now, the next thing I want to cover is many of you ask me, hey, Ronald, I want to really do online. I want to go online, but what can I do? Okay, so very simple. Okay, as long as you have a laptop, you can do anything. Okay, so let me just cover the hardware requirements. Okay, so first of all, if you are going to use technology to engage your client online, you need the appropriate hardware. So what are they? First of all, most important, you need to have a computer, okay? And you don't need to have a very elaborate desktop setup, those that you use for gaming, you don't need that. A simple laptop will do, right? And most of the laptops today will be also equipped with a web camera. And today, many webcams have at least 720p HD kind of projection. So it works very well for video conferencing. Okay, you don't need a 4K camera for all these things. Forget about it. Nobody's going to see you. All right, nobody's interested in the number of pores on your face and so on. So you don't need a high resolution camera. Your webcam will do the trick. Okay, so with that, the second thing you will need is sound. All right, so for sound, you can use something like a simple headphone set that I have, a Logitech model. Okay, if not, you can use your simple phone headset, the earpiece and the one that you can talk into. All right, that will work as well. Okay, so you need to have voice clarity. And in terms of surrounding, all right, try to find a place that is well lit. So if your room or your office is not well lit, or shouldn't be your office, you should be at home now. So if your home environment is not well lit, what you can do is you can use a simple round light setting. All right, you can buy this from Q10. I think it's less than $10. All right, just put it in front of your computer. Okay, shining on you. That should provide some good lighting for a clear video. All right. Otherwise, all right, you can just go to a window somewhere. Okay, your window is your friend. All right, go in front of the light. So you want to be able to face the light to get adequate lighting naturally. Okay, the second thing is sound. All right, your surroundings should be ideally quiet. I know today with home-based learning, some of you with kids at home, it may not be easy. All right, but again, we are not striving for perfection here. Okay, what you want to do is an environment that is authentic, real. Your client know that you are not here, trying to create a, funny environment. All right, just be natural. If there's kids crying around, it's okay. Just leave it. Okay, many a times their houses will also have kids running around. Okay, and you don't have to worry about your background. All right, even if you have to do your webcasting in a storeroom, it's fine. Leave it. All right, your client will be okay. All right, you don't have to show them, a background that is in Paris or somewhere. Forget about it. Just be authentic. All right, just be a bit practical. Okay, you're working from home anyway. All right. Okay, so that's the first thing. All right, so you have your camera, you have your laptop, you have your headset, and you're good enough to go. Okay, so with this, very simple. You can use a simple software like Skype. You can use Google. All right, you can use Microsoft Teams to just give your client a call and be able to chit-chat with them. All right, update them with things without physically seeing them. Okay, so if you want to, that is the most simple setup. Okay, but of course, today the buzzword is Zoom, right? So let's come to the software aspect of things. Okay, so when it comes to software, all right, there are many things that you can potentially do. All right, so first of all, okay, of course, you can use Zoom. Zoom is a webinar software. So you can use Zoom, all right, to call your client, to get into a live video conferencing with your client, to prospect and meet with them and to talk through things with them. Okay, Zoom is a very powerful software, all right, for webinar. You can use annotation. You can use things like, sharing screen and so on. Okay, some of you may not like Zoom because, you don't want to go through the hassle of having your clients to install software. And then if they are more elderly, you have a trouble because they don't know how to install. Some of them may be home-based working. All right, they may be using the company's laptop. they may be stuck because the company may have security setting that forbids them from installing any external software. Okay, so if that doesn't work for you, doesn't matter. All right, there are many other webinar softwares that you can use. All right, I myself am using Live Webinar, which is cloud-based. So your client can just click on the email link that you send to them, and immediately they can have a conference together with you. Okay, just like Zoom. Okay, some of you may want to prepare some kind of a collateral or deliverable to your client before the meeting. All right, so you may want to record a video, send over to them first before you go into the live face-to-face meeting through your Zoom or webinar software. It's fine as well. So when I record this video, I'm using a software like Loom. All right, Loom allows you to show your face, just like the circle you see here. All right, and also some PowerPoint deck or anything that you want. You can share websites, you can share videos you want to, and so on. All right, you can also do a short presentation like for me. Okay, basically I have a writing pad that looks like this. I forgot to mention this. This is a Wacom tablet. All right, if you like if you like things that I do, for example, I personally like to annotate things, okay, because I teach a lot, I do a lot of trading, so I need to explain my rationale to my clients. I use the annotation tablet to draw. Okay, so you may want to also have that. So it allows you to annotate, all right, write things on the slides, and so on and so forth. Okay, the sky is the limit when you have that. Okay, so I'm using a simple software called Loom. Right. Of course, in the marketplace, there are many other software that is available. Like, for example, you can look at Clapper. I think what's the software name? Clapboard. Okay, you can also use Camtasia. All right. Right now, I think they have Camtasia version 10. Okay, all this will cost a bit of investment financially, but I think it's worth it. So what you can do is you can record a video, send an email to them. All right, with the video link. Okay, and then allow them to have a look at the video and then have a face-to-face discussion with you over Zoom or any other webinar software that you may have. Okay, it works as well. And this is especially useful if you are going to give them some kind of a background information, like, for example, explaining certain things like the investment market, the insurance gaps, and so on from the previous meetings that you may have with them. Okay. So the idea here is that you are able to use all these tools, okay, to create something, all right, deliver to your clients, and then have a live meeting with them. All right, so this hopefully will be able to replace your face-to-face meeting, all right, because traditionally many things are done face-to-face. On the spot, you show them a piece of paper, you draw some diagrams down there. Everything is the same right now, except that they are done online. Okay, so it requires a bit of thinking, but just be natural about it. Nobody is striving for perfection. So as long as you can get your message across, I think it is more important. Okay, so I hope that you can take this time, all right, really sit down, plan through your things, get your hardware, your software, your setup ready. And once your setup is ready, every time you need to do something for your client, you just follow the same procedure. Okay, maybe it's another clip I can show you some examples. All right, so I just want to encourage you that during this period, let's all stay hopeful. Let's not be crippled by fear. All right, and as a result of the fear, we become unproductive. Remember, our client need us. You are running your own business. You cannot be down. Okay, and I think we are in a good position as compared to many other industries. So let's not waste this opportunity. Okay, but instead, let's purposefully look forward ahead of time. All right, every winter has its summer. Every night has its dawn. So this COVID-19 crisis won't last forever. All right, what you want to do is to be able to position yourself for success later on. So when the crisis is over, you are all ready to pick up again and run as fast as you can the race in front of you. Okay, but more importantly, right now, what is the most critical thing is that you need to go back to your clients and give them the assurance. Because of all things, today, your clients is facing a very uncertain future. And you want to make sure that you are there for them. You are there, all right, always ensuring that if there's any changes to the portfolio, if there's any crisis that happen to them, all right, from a healthcare perspective, all the portfolio that they have with you can adequately cover all these uncertainties, and so that you can give them the assurance that should anything happen to them, they will have the assurance that everything is well covered. Okay, so remember, COVID-19 will not last forever. Markets is always going to rebound. All right, it always moves in cycle. The business always moves in cycle. Industries move in cycles. Countries, economies move in cycles, and people will soon forget about COVID-19. All right, so I think it's time that we look ahead instead of looking at the present. Let's look far into the future. And I wish you all the best If there's any questions, feel free to contact me. All right. All the best to you. Stay well, keep well, stay healthy, stay safe, stay at home. All right. Goodbye.